yeah. That's good. That's good. Oh, oh, hi, you guys. How you doing? I was just reading from my new book, Mr. Marty Loves a Party. I just want to say, if any of you purchased the book, I'd love it if you'd leave a couple sentences on Amazon. You know, especially if you bought it through Amazon. If you could write a few sentences, if you liked it, I'd really appreciate that. Anyway, hey, I'll say hi to some people like Xavier and Reed, and we'll get started in 4 minutes or so at 2 o'clock East Coast time. Hello, Billy Sickles, and Ian and Erica. We'll get started 2 o'clock East Coast time. Maria in Texas, Max in Montana, okay, and Janvi in New Jersey. Lucy, hi Lucy, it's my sister's name. Molly in Illinois, Evanston. And Winona's here. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you all. Julie, Josh, and Abby. The Tuttles are here. Thank you for coming. Heidi and Rosie are here from Northern Ireland. Henry from Kentucky. Wow, what a diverse group. Massachusetts is represented by Zach, and the Searle Squad is here, of course. They always are. Abigail and Chester in Holly Springs, North Carolina. Philip and Gio, hi. Glad you could make it. James is here from Texas. Ashley is here from New Jersey. Toral. The Shoemaker kids in Illinois are here. Molly and Emma from Zachary. Meredith, William. Peter, North Carolina. Ashley. Antonia and Rachel on Long Island. And the Coopers are here from Canada. I love it when our Canadian viewers tune in. Annie and Callie in Kansas City. Bobby and Jackson Lynch from Cornwall. The Phillips kids in Alabama. Alana and Jeremy are here. Grant and in Virginia. Callan. Last day of school in Beverly, Massachusetts. Okay, soon we'll all be out of school. Will you still tune in after you're out of school? I hope so. I'm not going anywhere, at least not for a while. Philip and Joseph, James from Texas, hi. We'll get started in about 2 minutes. Cookie the Bunny. I need a picture of Cookie the Bunny, okay? Arlington, Darcy is here. Sophie, Alex, Eva. Adam and Ashley from Ontario, yeah. Malaki from Canada. And Kira from Starkville, Mississippi. Melissa Jane, hi. Charlotte and Laney. Sarah's here. He said my name. Yes. James from Texas. We got about 1.5 minutes to go. Aiden and Ariana. Tyler in New York. Adam. Ethan, Hayden. Phoenix in Virginia. Or maybe it's Virginia in Phoenix. I'm not sure which. We got 147 people. You still have time to call your friends, your relatives, your neighbors, your whatever. Get them in here. You know, we still have a few minutes to get them in here. JJ is here. Adriana and Jeffrey. Okay. Shane from Puerto Rico. I hope I pronounced that right. Isabel. Hi, Isabel. Okay. Oh, we got less than 1 minute to go. I better take a sip of my water. Keone and Callie, North Carolina. Mason. JJ is here. Okay, we got 1/2 minute to go. Daya. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm consulting my notes here. Take some notes before each one. Okay, all right. James, Laney. Oh, we got 10 seconds to go. You want to count it down? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's go time, baby. Hi, Dan Gutman here. Welcome to the 68th My Weird Read Aloud. Yes, we're going for 100, but we're only at 68 so far. And let's start with our question of the day, which comes from Teddy in Connecticut. Teddy's question is, why haven't you written Mr. Loring is boring? Good question, Teddy. Actually, the music teacher at elementary school, I named him Mr. Loring specifically because I was planning down the line to write a book called Mr. Loring is Boring. But for some reason, I thought that writing about the music teacher, writing about Mr. Hind, who was Mr. Loring's replacement upon retirement, would make a funnier book. So I wrote Mr. Hind is Out of His Mind as the music teacher. And we've got an upcoming My Weird School book about the band teacher who is Mrs. Bacon is Fakin. So Mr. Loring is still hanging around, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to a book about Mr. Loring. We shall see. Okay, thanks for the question, Teddy. But our book of the week this week is Miss Brown is Upside Down. And if you've been following along, you know that the Brain Games is a mental challenge that's going on between elementary school and Dirk School. They're crosstown rivals. Miss Brown is the coach and a kind of a creativity expert for the elementary team. They had to build a vehicle, which they called the Death Machine. They had to build a bridge called the Bridge of Love. And the whole thing is sponsored by the Jiggly Gelatin Company. They're sponsoring it. And in round one, AJ and Andrea got crushed by Morgan Brocklebank and the Dirk team. They did horrible. And AJ and Andrea were very upset. But now we're going into round two. And that's where we're starting with Chapter 8, which is titled Carry That Weight. All right, you guys ready? Gather around. Your big screen TV, your laptop, your tablet, whatever it is. Let's go. Round 2 would be worth 100 points. And it was winner take all. We were going to compete to see which team's bridge could support the most weight. Miss Brown helped us all carry the Bridge of Love out onto the stage. Then we watched as the Dirk kids brought out their bridge. "Look at that," Ryan said. "Their bridge is amazing." He was right. The Dirk bridge was 10 times bigger than the Bridge of Love. Our bridge was sort of like a plain old plank that you would put across a little stream. Their bridge looked like a real bridge that you could drive a car over. They even decorated it with little road signs. And here's Jim's picture of the Dirk bridge, which is like way more elaborate than the bridge that the elementary kids made. "Oh no, we're finished," moaned Alexia. "We might as well just give up now." "Think positive," Miss Brown told us. "It doesn't matter which bridge looks better. The only thing that matters is how much weight it can support." Dr. Carbles walked around the stage looking at both bridges. Then he asked us to tell the audience what materials we used to build them. "We made our bridge out of toothpicks," said Neil the nude kid. "We made our bridge out of matchsticks," said Morgan Brocklebank. "Very creative," said Dr. Carbles. "Now it's time to see which bridge is stronger." Some big guys who looked like weightlifters came out carrying a bunch of barbells. They lined them up across the stage. Dr. Carbles told them to put the lightest barbell on the Dirk bridge. Then he told them to take the barbell off and put it on the Bridge of Love. "Both bridges easily support 20 pounds, Dr. Carbles announced. "Very good. Let's see if they can handle 30 pounds. The weightlifters put the next barbell on the Dirk bridge. Then they put it on the Bridge of Love. Neither of the bridges collapsed. "Both bridges can hold 30 pounds, Dr. Carbles announced. Next." The weightlifters put the 40-pound barbell on, and both of the bridges were able to hold it up. "This is when things get interesting," announced Dr. Carbles as the guys went to get the 50-pound barbell. I was nervous. We all were. Emily weighs 51 pounds, and our first bridge couldn't hold her. But when the weightlifters put the 50-pound barbell on the Bridge of Love, it held up just fine. Both bridges can support 50 pounds, Dr. Carbles announced. Let's keep going. 60 pounds. 70 pounds. Those barbells looked heavy, but both bridges were still standing. It's holding up, Andrea said excitedly. The Bridge of Love is amazing, said Emily. 80 pounds. It was so exciting. We were all on pins and needles. Well, not really. We were just standing there on the stage. If we had been on pins and needles, it would have hurt. 90 pounds. Everybody wanted to know which bridge would win. The tension was unbearable. There was electricity in the air. Well, not really. If there was electricity in the air, we all would have been electrocuted. Bring out the 100-pound barbell, ordered Dr. Carbles. The weightlifters brought out a huge barbell and carefully rested it on our little Bridge of Love. It held up. I couldn't believe it. Then they picked up the 100-pound barbell and lowered it onto the Dirk Bridge. Crunch! Crash! The bridge collapsed. Matchsticks went flying everywhere. The audience groaned. And here's Jim's picture of the Dirk Bridge being crushed by the 100-pound barbell. It may have been bigger, but it didn't hold more weight. Elementary school wins round 2, announced Dr. Carbles. You did it, shouted Miss Brown. We were all yelling and screaming and freaking out. It was the greatest moment of my life. I looked across the stage at Morgan Brocklebank and mouthed the words, na 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 boo boo. Great job, both teams, said Dr. Carbles. The score is now 110 to 100 in favor of elementary school. Let's move on to round 3. And that's the end of chapter 8. Let's do chapter 9, which is titled Talkin' Trash. You guys ready? Okay. Round 3 was called Spontaneous. I had no idea what that meant, but little Miss Know-It-All told me spontaneous means making stuff up on the spot. Dr. Carbles went over to speak into the microphone. In round 3, he announced, each team has to write a poem. Oh no. Everybody looked at me. Arlo, you're good at writing poems, said Andrea. I am not. Actually, I am good at writing poems. That was how I got into the Gifted and Talented program in the first place. I just don't like poetry. And the poem, said Dr. Carbles, must be about garbage. What? Dr. Carbles said we would have 2 minutes to write down our poem. Miss Brown gave us a pad and pen. We huddled together like a football team. And here's Jim's picture of the kids huddling together to discuss their poem. They only have 2 minutes to write a poem about garbage. Who writes poems about garbage? Whispered Ryan. That's a dumb topic, whispered Michael. What are we supposed to say about garbage? Whispered Neil. I don't know, whispered Emily. We'll come up with something. Arlo, you need to come up with something, whispered Andrea. Why me? I whispered. Why don't you write a poem about garbage? I don't know how to write poems, she whispered back. That's your job. We're running out of time, whispered Alexia. I tried to think of a poem about garbage. I was concentrating so hard that my brain hurt. I can't think of anything, I said. Time's up, shouted Dr. Carbles. Okay, let's hear the garbage poems. Dirk School, you go first. Tommy, the nose picker, went out to the middle of the stage holding his pad. He read his poem. Roses are red, pens are inky, perfume smells nice, but garbage is stinky. Everybody clapped. Man, that poem was lame, Ryan whispered to me. You gotta be able to come up with something better than that, AJ. Wonderful, Tommy, shouted Dr. Carbles. Okay, elementary school, let's hear your garbage poem. Ryan and Michael pushed me out to the middle of the stage. Everybody was staring at me. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I had to think fast. Okay, give me a beat, guys, I said. Michael, Ryan, Neil, and Alexia started beatboxing. Okay. You can beatbox at home if you like. Everybody started bobbing their heads to the beat. I closed my eyes. And then I started rapping. Dirt and dust and junk and ash, now you know I'm talking trash. I know this may make you throw up, but I think that when I grow up, I will have a secret plan to be a well-paid garbage man. Here's a picture of AJ rapping spontaneously. Okay. Other kids can be accountants. I'll live on a garbage mountain. It may cost $1 million, but I'll buy 10 big garbage trucks and drive around all day in haste to pick up everybody's waste. I think garbage is quite pretty, especially piled up in the city. You may think that it's a handful when they take it to the landfill, but garbage makes me sing and jump, especially at the garbage dump. I know it will make you gag, but I like the smell of garbage bag. There are things that I can't do, like run real fast or cook a stew. I can't sing or drive a van, but if I can't do it, garbage can. I'd like to make one small proposal while I'm here at your disposal. Let's make Monday garbage day, and Tuesday too. What do you say? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as well, and garbage weekend would be swell. What would we do without garbage day? We'd have nothing to throw away. By the end of my rap, everybody was clapping with the beat. Even the Dirk parents were into it. Dr. Carbles went over to the microphone. And the winner of round 3 is elementary school. You did it, AJ, Miss Brown shouted. We were all shrieking and hooting, and sirens were going off and hollering and freaking out. Now the score was 210 to 100. We were winning big. It was the greatest moment of my life. And now they're coming to take me away. So that's the end of chapter 9. Tomorrow we're going to start with chapter 10, Grudge Match. And tomorrow, actually, we're going to finish this book. Yes. And then next week, just a little sneak peek, we're going to start on number 2 in My Weirdest School, which is titled Ms. Cuddy is Nutty. So you can look forward to that next week, Monday. In the meantime, how about our joke of the day? You guys ready for the joke of the day? Okay, here it is. Oh, wait! Sorry. Jumped the gun. Our joke of the day is, what do Billy the Kid and Winnie the Pooh have in common? What do Billy the Kid and Winnie the Pooh have in common? The same middle name. Get it? All right. Let's thank Josh Salzman and Ryan Cunningham for our theme song. You know it, you love it, you heard it. Let's do it. that man nuts?
My weird school, a million hundred hours long. My weird school, where normal things do not belong. My weird school, where art is cool, and the teachers are strange as a rule. And my weird school. My weird school. Oh yeah, it's my weird school.
All right, see you guys tomorrow when we finish the book, okay? Until then, read like crazy and wash your hands like crazy too. Bye.